That's the sound of Natalie Cole, who passed away December 31st of last year. She had 21 Grammy nominations and won 9 Grammys overall. And she was not part of the musical tributes at the Grammys. They had one for David Bowie, Lionel Richie, who's still alive, B.B. King, the Eagles' Glenn Frey, the legendary singer and daughter of Nat King Cole, won 9 Grammys in her life. Her sisters were there as part of the festivities. They're angry and speaking about how their sister, Natalie Cole, was snubbed by the Grammys. Timbaland Cole and Casey Cole, thanks for joining us here in St. Louis.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You got it. Let's start with, what were you told was going to happen? Were you told there was going to be some type of musical tribute for your sister?
Well, initially we were...
Hello?
Hello? You there? We miss you? We dropped out. Is that Casey? Are you there?
Must have been Timbaland.
Timbaland, okay. All right, Casey.
You want to try and get her back, or?
Yeah, we'll try and get her back, but we'll start out with you and ask you. What were you told going into the Grammys?
Well, we were told, we had been going back and forth with what the tribute was supposed to be about, and it was explained to us that it was going to be an in memoriam segment, that she was going to be, it looked like, towards the end, or at the end, concluding the in memoriam tribute, which indeed did happen. The only problem is that she was, they neglected to let us know that the other artists who were deceased subsequent to her passing, by the way, were all given live, extensive musical tributes on stage that were in excess of 4 and 5 minutes long. It is not about the fact that those artists did not, in their own right, deserve every moment of recognition. They are all incredible artists. They are all deserving of their honor. It is just that we thought that our sister, who has spanned 4 decades and transcended pop, R&B, jazz, in her illustrious career, was truly, truly, truly an icon, and we just felt that she should have been, first of all, mentioned throughout a 3.5-hour performance, to watch every single tribute, every single artist get up there and to have mention, to be noted verbally, and for her not to even be acknowledged until the end on a screen where, we have had fans of ours express their disappointment and say that what we saw you could have found on YouTube. We have tremendous respect, let me just clarify this, for the Grammys, for the Grammy Foundation, and that is why we were so shocked and surprised at the fact that they did not choose to honor her, salute her, or give her just due in a tribute after so much that she has accomplished in the music industry for her fans, to her fans. We weren't just disappointed. Her fans were shocked and saddened that this was a tribute, that this was her sending off. Right. And it just seemed very slight.
Casey,
it seemed as if she was slighted, and that is why we were very, very upset about that.
Casey Cole, you're the younger sister of Natalie Cole. Your twin sister is back on the line, Timbaland. Timbaland, do you have any thoughts you'd like to add to that as well before we move on?
Well, just dismayed and disappointed. I echo Casey's thoughts and sentiments about the legacy that that she left, and the wonderful artist that she was, and that she should have been acknowledged in a more deserving, respectful way than she was.
After the broadcast, did you talk to any Grammy officials and voice your concerns over what happened?
No, we did not. We were just we were just so disappointed that we chose to just reserve our responses for a later date, and
Gotcha.
we just
There's also a story out this morning that you two were upset over your seats as well. Where were you sitting?
We don't want to even that was taken clearly out of context, and we don't want to focus on that, McGraw. I think the focus is again on the work. As Taylor Swift said, we must focus on the work and the work that Natalie did and her contributions to the world of music, and that's what we really were just so upset about. That she was not recognized properly. So we don't want to really focus on us. It's not about us and how we were treated or not treated. It is about her.
What has been the reaction since you've gone public with your comments about being upset she wasn't honored?
It's been
overwhelming. I mean, just everybody is in sync with what we're saying, and they are just as dismayed and disappointed and disgruntled as we are. No one can believe it. Her fans, friends of ours, peers, colleagues. It's just overwhelming. It's people are stunned.
Have anybody from the Grammys reached out to you two?
No, not as of yet.
Not as of yet. But they just so I understand, they did everything they said they were going to do. It was just that during the course of the evening, you saw the musical tributes to David Bowie, B.B. King, the Eagles, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and you thought she should have been among at least some type of greater acknowledgement on a level with those artists.
Absolutely.
That is correct, because she was on the level, on a level that rivals no other.
Right.
I mean, like as I said, I have extreme admiration and respect for all of the artists, and congratulations on honors well deserved. But our sister contributed way too much to above and beyond to the industry to have received a 30-second clip at the end of a memoriam on a small screen.
Yeah, 21 Grammy nominations, 9 Grammys. I don't know where the other ones are on the Grammy list. Not that we judge people by how many Grammys they've won, but your family, your father and your sister certainly are in the pantheon of great musical artists, and at least to acknowledge a passing in an award show is not out of the realm to have a minute or two musical tribute to your sister.
And McGraw, that the February 15th also ironically marked the day of the Grammys, marked the 51st year anniversary of our father's passing.
So your father died on the day of the Grammys.
That's right.
And you went there expecting at least some type of musical tribute for your sister.
And we pointed that out to the Grammys prior to that, just to let them know, if they hadn't, that's how ironic this was and how bittersweet that Nat King Cole passed on this day 51 years ago, and we're saying goodbye to his daughter on the same day, 51 years later. Yeah.
Is there anything that can be done to sort of rectify the situation in your guys' minds?
Just acknowledgement of the fact that it wasn't addressed in the way that we feel it should have been, and just acknowledgement of the respect for her as an artist, and for her to have been, you can't even use the word, I mean, highlighted in that way. If they had to do it all over again, I would like to think that they would have perhaps thought a little bit more differently.
Do you guys think it was a slight, or do you think it was just a oversight or just a mistake?
I think a lot, McGraw, has to do with, we all know that this is a nationwide telecast, and it's broadcast to millions of people all over the world. And, it is all about, it is a business. It becomes about advertising. It becomes about ratings. It becomes about specific minutes that have to be, it has to be done in a certain way. But we understand that. But we just feel that the priorities should have been, they should have prioritized better.
Timbaland Cole and Casey Cole upset that their sister did not get the recognition that they think she deserved at this week's Grammys. Timbaland and Casey Cole, thank you for joining us. Good luck down the road.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, McGraw.
You got it. 920 here, Big 550, KTRS. You know, quite frankly, I had no idea. I knew who Natalie Cole was. I heard her songs, but it's one of those. She is one of those artists that once you go back and you sort of go back to her body of work, she had some pretty big songs. I'm certainly no musical historian to give you a proper perspective of where she sits on the list. And it's so subjective because it's music and it's art. Maybe the fact that she died on December 31st when everyone was on vacation. I don't know, but sisters are not are not shy about telling you their point of view. So there you have it. 920 here.